Welcome to SIFT Tutorials. In this video, we introduce operational modes. We explain why it is important to categorize data and we'll look at an example. When turbines work optimally, there is a strong correlation between wind speed and power. Let's see what this looks like on a plot. This represents the input and output relationship of the turbine. We can see deviations from this, for example, when a turbine is off at high wind speeds. This is often referred to as the turbine being unavailable. We want to categorize different operating modes so we can analyze them separately going forward. If we're interested in how much the turbine produces at high wind, we don't want the data from when the turbine is unavailable to skew the mean. Often you might not have access to event data, or it might be unreliable, so we will look at how to identify downtime from turbine control data. The main elements of turbine control are pitch, generator speed, and power. The main brake of a modern turbine is the blade pitch system. At 90 degrees, this turbine is fully stopped. At 45 degrees, this turbine is idling, waiting for the wind to pick up. When the wind picks up, the pitch angle goes down to close to zero. Low pitch angle creates lift, which allows this turbine to produce power. You can see this transition here. If we filter the data for pitch angle above 46 degrees, you can see that this highlights downtime on the power curve, but also transitional points, where part of the 10-minute data is downtime. We can capture more transitional points by using pitch max. Not all points on the power curve are highlighted by this filter. Most of the remaining points under the power curve are in a different operational mode. This is one example of how using turbine control data allows us to clearly differentiate between operational modes. SIFT uses flags to categorize data. We can store this filter as a flag in the framework. Flags could be given one of 5 states. The default state is neutral, but the points we have highlighted should be categorized as unavailable. When new data is imported, this rule can be automatically applied. We're now going to manually apply this by pressing this button. Let's look at the power curve again. We can see points marked as downtime in orange. Let's look at what points are still marked as neutral. You'll notice that not all downtime is captured. We'll look at why this is in part 2.